Welcome back, guys. It's that time of the week again. Thank Mork, it's Friday. Welcome back, guys. So we've done another week and it's time for another Thank Mork, it's Friday. And of course, I've got my beer and I've got my glass. So what have I got this week? I have got Newcastle Brown Ale. Now, in the UK, ales have had a bit of a resurgence in the last 15 years, I'd say. They've become very popular, but this one is a classic. It's one that's always been around. It's ever since I've been a kid, you'd always see this in the fridges at the pubs. Very rarely you see it on tap. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it on tap. Comment below if you have, because I never see it on tap. But it's a Newcastle Brown Ale. Very popular up north, as you might imagine, being from Newcastle. But let's give it a try and I'll let you know what I think. So we've got our trusty bottle open up. There we go. It's nice and cold. The bottle says to drink cold, which is not always the case for ales, but I always like a cold ale. Here we go. Let's give it a little pour. Oh, look at that. It's a little bit more than a pint in the glass as well. Happy days. Right. Let's just give this one a go. Cheers, guys. Thank Mork, it's Friday. Yeah, it's nice. It's inoffensive. It's not my favourite beer. It's not my favourite beer, but it does the job. It's well-rounded. It's got a nice savoury taste. Savoury probably the wrong word, but it doesn't offend me in any way. It's very, very drinkable. The alcohol content is 4.7, so it's not out of this world strong. It's not as, in my opinion, not as good as the one from last week. Well, the German beer. There are definitely better ales out there, in my opinion. But it's very nice. It's a nice beer. I'd say this is like a 6 to 7 out of 10 kind of beer. You can enjoy it, and you'll have a few good beers on it. So that's the beer out of the way. What's been going on in the land of Johnny Watson Gaming? So let's head over to the community side of things. And again, got a few more posts. It's not loads, but it's nice to see people posting on the community page. And so I've just got a couple of shout outs then. So the first one is my good old friend who's always posting on my community page, which I love, so keep doing it please, is Stonehorse Gaming, and he has posted his, I think it's his first pledge for Orctober's Call of the Crown, and I'll put the picture up. I can't quite remember what they were, but I think there's some handgunners or something like that. So yes, thank you for posting that. I'm looking forward to seeing how you get them done. And how you're going to paint them actually. Are you going to contrast them, or are you going to sort of a traditional sort of paint scheme? It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Then we have Dread Paints, and Dread Paints very kindly posted his talisman minis he's been painting, and they are beautiful. Really, really nice. I love this picture. It's so cool to see some talisman minis, and some they're quite iconic actually, aren't they? Some of those minis in there. Yeah, definitely ones that I don't own myself, so I'd love to pick up some of them. And then we've got I can't pronounce this one. It's one of those funny words. Brodear Chris. Am I saying that right? I hope so. And he has posted up his Orcs, and I think this is going to be his pledge for Orctober's painting on Call of the Crown. You're a brave man going with Orcs. There's a lot of Orcs in an Orc army, so best of luck, my friend. Best of luck. So yeah, thank you to you guys for posting on the community page and having a little shout out. Thank you very much. For me, I have been busy. I've actually been quite busy with some painting now. I'm getting into the mood for painting, ready for Call of the Crown, and I've been painting some orcs, and you may have seen them on my community that I've just been posting. I'll bring you down to the desk in a second to see them. And yeah, I'm getting the bug to paint greenskins, and I've submitted an undead army for Call of the Crown. Yeah, that's not good, is it? I'm all up for painting greenskins now, and now what am I doing? What am I doing? But no, it should be fine. I mean, I'm hoping the undead's going to be a relatively easy project to do. I'm definitely glad I'm not doing greenskins for the Call of the Crown. I'm not too sure I'll be able to manage it. So what we'll do, we'll get down to the table, have a look at what I've done, and yeah, we'll may even do a little basing tutorial if I can be bothered to do it. Maybe. We'll see. I'll see that. Okay, so we are down at the bench and I've managed to paint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orcs, and I've got a few more at the back there, which are, I'd say, halfway done. So good on me, really. It's nice to get some painting done, and these guys have been sitting on my desk far too long, so it's nice to get some of these done and out of the way and pop them in with the rest of the orc army. And it's the old Kev Adams orc sculpts that I've been working on, and quite frankly these are the best orc sculpts ever done in my opinion. They're just so characterful. So just go through them quickly. I changed the skin on these, which you saw in the last video where I painted the skin. So if you want to know how I've painted the skin, just go back to my last video. You'll see basically a little tutorial on what I did. So please check that out. That was the last Thank Mork, it's Friday, if you're wondering what video that is. And this is basically them now with all their metallic, well, non-metallics and other little bits and pieces, all the red done. So it's quite a simple scheme, really. I didn't want to do anything too extravagant with them, so I kept it really easy. So basically you're looking at green, like a non-metallic silver, and a red with a few extra little bits here and there, but I want to be able to just get these guys done as quick as possible. I don't really want to worry about putting too many colours on them, but I think in the end they've come out quite nicely and should look quite fun on the battlefield if and when they ever get there. Good job, my man. Yeah, I just really like this orc aesthetic. 100% this over the this 100% prefer this sort of goofy orky look over like the more serious Tolkien type orc. It's just, and in a lot of respects as well, how Games Workshop have gone with the orcs now. They're much more serious. I love this sort of goofy look. It's just this mischievous orky, yeah, it's just brilliant. I love it. So they are my little troop I've done so far. So that will I'll find a way into a cabinet or something with the rest of the army. Something quite fun though come through the post for me for my orc army, orc and goblin army, and this is probably the greatest model I own, and it's quite frankly, in my opinion, amazing. And essentially it is a Mangler squig, okay, but it's a 4th edition Mangler squig. Look at that beauty. So you've got the rider at the top, but what the piece de resistance on this, the little guys at the back hanging on with the it's so good. That's just so good. So obviously you'll note that it's obviously resin, and it's obviously been essentially re-sculpted as such. So these guys, obviously that's one of the fanatics. That's a squig rider guy, and that's another fanatic there. So, but it's just been they've just been re-sculpted together. The squigs have been enlarged, and it's just fantastic. What a piece! I mean, Games Workshop should have made this model. I mean, why is this not a thing? And it is a thing. It's a thing now. I've got it. So look at that. How beautiful is that? So you know, and it's one of those things. Didn't cost me anything either. It's just beautiful. I'm so looking forward to painting this. And now this is going to make me. It's going to make it up real hard to paint my undead now, because I really want to paint this one, but he's going to have to wait. So yeah, let me know what you think on this guy, because he's an interesting. It's going to be a great piece to have as like an army. It's like the showpiece in the army. So yeah, really cool. I don't know whether to do like one red, one yellow, or something like that. I do paint my goblins as like a half red and yellow. So I wonder whether like I could maybe do the two colours on the squigs. Don't know, but really fun. Right, okay, so I said I'll do a little basing tutorial, so I'm going to do one for my Warmaster, because Stonehorse Gaming was chatting and wondering how to do his basing for his Warmaster. I think he's got his own way of doing things, but I thought, well, I'll tell you what, I'll show how I do mine, because I think I do mine more of the, I would call more of the historical gaming way, and using filler to do it, which I don't see very often used by sort of fantasy gamers. It's definitely more of a historical gaming thing, especially or at least you see it a lot in things like Kings of War, where there's sort of display bases rather than sort of individual units. So, and obviously Warmaster being more, I'd say display bases, but they're a number of men all stuck on one base. So you get the right size base. This is just an MDF 2mm thick base, and essentially I want to rank up my men like so. So one in front and one behind, and I want to then, for me, what I want to try and do is hide the integral base, basically. I don't want that to be seen. I don't want there to be what I don't want to happen is there to be sand and then a little jump up with this little base and then back down again. I want it to all sort of at least sort of slope in and look like it's all one thing. So to do that, this is what I do. I go to my old pot of filler, and it is old and decrepit, but we can save it. I need to get my little tool here, so I just use a tool like this or something. It's just like a sculpting tool. I go in, I grab myself some filler, get it in the pot, get a bit more, just probably more than enough, to be honest with you. It's only a little base that I'm doing, so I won't need half of this. Okay, then the next, to get this working, simply add PVA. So add PVA to the mix. So we'll do that. And this, it's amazing. It kickstarts the filler. So if you're ever working at home filling a hole in your house and you've got some old filler, this is how you get it going again. And as you can see, I've got a filler that is back to working standards. Okay, so that's going to be my filler that I need. Okay, next step, I get my base, I get my back rank, and I'm simply going to put some super glue on my back rank. Right. And then I'll use my mat here to get it sort of kind of central at the back. Right, so we've got our first rank on, and it's the back rank. It can be the front rank, it doesn't really matter, but I like using the back rank first. The reason I put the back rank on first is I want to get, it's always hard once the second rank is on to fill that middle. So I'm going to fill it now. So again, I get a nice, this is what I just use. You can use any tool, but I like to use like a little straight tool for this. So I just get a little bit on my, some filler onto the straight tool, and then I just pop it in like so. Filler in place. I just want to check. Yeah, that's going to nicely fill that. Get my super glue, throw that on there, and then we stick in second rank, squish that down, and we just let the super glue dry. Okay, so we've got our central bit done. Now I just want to fill the ends in. So again, I just come back in, I get my filler, I simply fill in like so. The gaps. So I'll just come back once, I'll go around this, and then we'll have a look at the end. Okay, and once finished, it should look something like that. So all the edges are then filled in, and it should just look like one full base. And if I get an example, this one here, so it essentially just hides the integral base and gives it a nice finish. Once it's all painted, you would not know the difference. So that is how I do my bases for my Warmaster. Okay, so that is how I do my Warmaster bases. I just don't like to see the integral bases at the bottom of them. I don't know, everyone's got their own little ways, but that's just how I do mine. Hopefully that's of use to some of you guys out there, and enjoyed seeing it. So yeah, so that really brings us to the end of the video. Got some Orcs done. I'm happy with that. We're going to be rolling on into Crown of the Command season now, so it's all going to be about the undead for the next foreseeable videos. I think going to be getting them painted up, so that's going to be good fun. Lots of skeletons and ghouls, I think. Please throw in your suggestions for the beer tasting. I really enjoy doing all the different beers that people are putting in so far. I've been having some good ones. So yeah, please throw in the comments any beers you'd like me to try out. Ready for the next Thank Mork It's Friday. Again, just a bit of housekeeping. Down below in the comment section there is the in the description section, sorry, is the link to my Discord. Jump in, come and say hi. It's a lovely little community, just chatting about hobbies. And yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, if you like. So with that then, guys, I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you all in the next video. And yeah, stay safe. I'll catch you later.